The production of heavy-duty oil pipeline steel pipes begins with extracting iron ore from giant open-pit mines.
The steel we rely on begins here, as powerful hydraulic excavators remove the iron-rich rock from deep within the earth.
These mining trucks transport raw iron ore to processing facilities where steel production begins. These massive trucks carry the iron ore up this winding road, taking the raw material from the pit directly to the crushing facility.
The raw iron ore is delivered by the haul truck into this primary crushing system, as the rocks fall into the receiving hopper below.
Giant crushers like this one break the raw iron ore into smaller pieces. This makes it suitable for further processing in the steel production pipeline.
This massive stockpile represents processed iron ore, temporarily stored here before being shipped to steel plants for the
Trains transport large quantities of iron ore from the mine to distant steel manufacturing plants.
The iron ore now begins its journey to giant steel plants, where molten steel will later be produced.
Iron ore from the mines arrives at massive steel factories, where it will be transformed into molten iron.
Iron ore, delivered by train, is unloaded here at the receiving hopper. From there, massive
Iron ore, coke, and limestone are the essential raw materials required for blast furnace steel production.
The conveyor delivers precise layers of reddish-brown iron ore, dark porous coke, and gray limestone towards the Inside the blast furnace, extremely high temperatures transform iron ore into molten iron.
As the blast furnace is tapped, the molten iron, glowing intensely, flows swiftly down the channel.
This molten iron is now being transported to the next stage, where it will be refined into high-quality steel. The molten iron will now enter the steel refining stage, where it will be converted into high-strength steel.
Molten iron from the blast furnace is transferred into the basic oxygen furnace, where it will be transformed into steel.
The heavy refractory-lined ladle slowly moves along the rails, delivering the molten iron to the basic oxygen furnace for the refining stage.
Molten iron is transferred into the oxygen furnace, where impurities will be removed to create steel.
Pure oxygen is blown into the molten iron to remove carbon and other impurities. The molten iron has now been converted into high-strength molten steel. The newly created molten steel is transferred into these large transport ladles, ready for the steel pipe production line. The molten steel now moves to the casting stage, where solid steel slabs will be formed. Molten steel from the refining furnace is transferred into the continuous casting machine to begin forming solid steel products.
The copper mold is where the rapid cooling begins, turning the liquid steel into a solid steel strand.
As the steel strand moves through the casting line, controlled cooling in the secondary zone rapidly solidifies the outer shell of the metal.
The casting strand is straightened before being cut into large steel slabs. These large steel slabs
will become the raw material for rolling steel plates used in pipeline manufacturing.
The hot steel slabs will now be sent to the rolling mill, where they will be transformed into thick steel plates. Solid steel slabs must be reheated to rolling temperature before they can be shaped into plates.
Once reheated, the slabs are transferred to preparation equipment via roller conveyor, where the surface scale is removed before rolling begins.
Here we see the roughing mill reshaping the thick slabs into the flat steel plates used for oil pipelines.
The finishing rollers are essential, as they produce the exact thickness required for pipeline-grade steel plates. The newly rolled steel plate requires significant cooling time before it's ready for the next stage of processing and inspection.
These heavy steel plates will soon be shaped into massive pipes used in long-distance oil pipelines.
Each steel plate must be thoroughly inspected and prepared before it can be formed into a pipeline pipe.
Large steel plates must be cut to exact dimensions before pipe forming begins.
The edges of the steel plate must be precisely shaped before the plate can be formed into a pipe.
Both edges of the plate must be prepared to ensure a strong welded seam when the pipe is formed.
The prepared plate will now be shaped into a cylindrical pipe. The steel plate is now ready to be formed into a massive pipeline pipe.
The prepared steel plate now enters the forming line, where it will be shaped into a cylindrical pipeline pipe.
The powerful U-press bends the steel plate into a curved profile as the first major forming step. The O-press completes the bending process, turning the steel plate into a nearly closed pipe cylinder. The steel plate has now been transformed into a cylindrical pipe ready for welding. The pipe edges must now be welded together to create a strong, sealed pipeline pipe.
The pipe is now ready for precision welding to permanently join the seam.
The pipe seam must be welded both inside and outside to create a strong, pressure-resistant pipeline pipe.
Internal welding permanently joins the pipe edges along the inner surface.
The outer seam must also be welded to fully secure the pipe structure.
This weld seam must withstand extremely high pressure when the pipeline transports oil.
Every welded pipe must now undergo strict quality inspection.
The welded seam will now be carefully inspected to ensure structural strength. The welded pipe must now undergo expansion to achieve its exact diameter and perfect roundness.
Hydraulic expansion ensures the pipe meets strict dimensional standards.
The pipe diameter has now been precisely calibrated using this hydraulic expansion technology, ensuring a perfect cylindrical shape.
The straightening equipment ensures the pipeline pipe remains perfectly aligned along its entire length. The pipe is now structurally shaped and ready for cleaning and surface preparation. The pipes will now undergo surface treatment before protective coating is applied. Each pipe must be thoroughly cleaned to remove scale rust and impurities before protective coatings can be applied.
Shot blasting removes oxide layers and prepares the pipe surface for coating.
The cleaned steel surface provides the proper foundation for corrosion protection coatings.
The pipe surface must be inspected to ensure it is properly cleaned for coating application. After surface preparation, the pipes are ready for protective coating that will prevent corrosion during long-term pipeline operation. The next stage will apply specialized anti-corrosion coatings to protect the pipeline steel pipes.
Pipeline pipes must first be heated so that protective coatings can properly bond to the steel surface.
The heated pipe surface allows protective coatings to bond strongly with the steel.
Fusion bonded epoxy creates the first protective barrier against corrosion.
The polyethylene outer layer provides strong, long-term corrosion protection for underground pipelines.
The coating must be inspected to ensure complete protection against corrosion.
The coated pipes will now undergo final inspection before being transported to oil pipeline construction sites. Every pipeline pipe must undergo strict inspection to ensure it can safely transport oil under extremely high pressure. Hydrostatic pressure testing verifies that the pipe can withstand extreme internal pressure.
After pressure testing, each pipe receives identification markings for tracking and installation.
The finished pipes are transported to these storage areas before shipment to the various pipeline construction projects.
These massive pipes are shipped to oil fields and pipeline projects around the world.
These giant steel pipes will soon become part of the global network that transports oil across vast distances.